All right, today we are diving deep into SAP SuccessFactors. Now, this isn't just another piece of software. It's really the beating heart of one of the hottest job markets out there right now. So if you're in HR or tech, you're going to want to stick around for this, because we're talking about your future. Let's get right into it.
And let's kick things off with a number that tells a massive story, 86%. In the last quarter of 2024, a huge 86% of all SAP jobs were for programs on its new S/HANA platform. So yeah, the shift away from the old stuff, it isn't coming, it's already here.
And this chart, it just paints the picture perfectly, doesn't it? The market has made its choice, and it is all in on S/4HANA. And a key piece of that modern cloud-first world is SuccessFactors. This is where the jobs are, it's where the money is, and it's where careers are being built right now.
So that really sets the stage. But what is SuccessFactors exactly? Well, let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine that's powering this huge transformation in human resources.
Okay, so at its core, SuccessFactors is what we call a Human Capital Management Suite, or HCM. But what does that mean? Basically, think of it as the control center for the entire employee journey. It handles everything from everyday HR stuff like time-off requests to managing a company's benefits program all over the world. And it even supports the growing gig economy with tools for temporary workers, and you can access the whole thing from your phone.
And the depth here is what's really impressive. Let's just zoom in on one feature, position management. See, this is where it gets really clever. We're not just talking about a simple org chart of who works where today. No, this is a strategic tool. It lets you plan for the future, line up successors for key roles. It can even automatically create job postings when a spot opens up. And it keeps everything perfectly synced up. It's pretty slick.
And look, this isn't just some theory. Check out this real-world example. A massive global transport company, we're talking nearly 30,000 employees, went from a clunky, manual system of spreadsheets and paper to a completely automated, centralized platform using SuccessFactors. That's the kind of game-changing impact this can have.
Okay, but SuccessFactors isn't the only game in town, right? No technology lives in a bubble. To really get what it's all about, you have to see how it stacks up against its main rival. So when you put them side by side, you start to see two pretty different philosophies. SAP's SuccessFactors is an absolute powerhouse. It's known for being able to scale up for the biggest, most complex companies on the planet. Workday, on the other hand, gets a lot of love for its super clean, really intuitive interface. It's kind of that classic trade-off, right? Do you want deep, powerful customization, or do you want beautiful, out-of-the-box simplicity? And this expert quote just hits the nail on the head. It really sums it all up. So the bottom line is, if you're a huge global company, especially if you're already using other SAP products, SuccessFactors is probably tailor-made for you. But if your number one priority is an amazing user experience from day one, well, Workday is a very, very strong contender.
But here's the thing. This platform is not standing still. In fact, we're heading for a massive shakeup. There are some critical deadlines coming in 2025 and 2026, and this is where things get really urgent.
Just take a look at this timeline. And let me be clear, these are not suggestions. They're hard deadlines. In May 2025, boom, maintenance ends for some key old-school APIs. Then in June, a critical security certificate for signing on expires. And fast forward to late 2026, and you can say goodbye to the old reporting tools and that ancient basic authentication method for good.
So the big question is, what's actually on the chopping block here?
What we're seeing is a really strategic cleanup. SAP is moving away from older, less secure tech. Things like outdated single sign-on methods are going away. The old reporting dashboards are being replaced by much more powerful modern analytics. And this one is huge. They're getting rid of older, more rigid ways of connecting systems, these things called SOAP-based APIs. They're swapping them for modern, flexible OData APIs. Think of it like ripping out old, rusty plumbing and putting in a brand new high-tech system. It's a fundamental upgrade.
Okay, so with all these changes coming, what's the plan? This isn't just about keeping the lights on. It's about getting ready for a more powerful, more secure, and frankly, a much better future with this platform.
So, if you're a business, here's your playbook. First, you've got to figure out where you stand with a readiness assessment. Next, you have to get your people trained up, both HR and IT, so they know how to use the new tools. This is also the perfect time to clean up your data and, most importantly, rethink how you connect to other systems to take advantage of those new modern APIs.
Now, for all of you individuals out there, the consultants, the pros who build your careers on this stuff, there is a critical piece of advice from the experts. And that is, do not take shortcuts. Don't fall for the exam dumps. Real, valuable expertise comes from getting your hands dirty and really learning the system, not from memorizing answers. Believe me, the market knows the difference.
You want to do it the right way? The path to a real, sustainable career is pretty clear. You pick an area to specialize in. You take the official SAP training courses. You read the implementation guides like they're your Bible. You get into a demo system, and you practice. And you get active in the community forums. That's how you do it.
So really, at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one idea. Whether you're a giant company or a single consultant, leaning into these changes isn't just about survival. It's about unlocking a whole new level of potential for your company's HR strategy and for your own career.
And that brings us right to our final thought. You see, all these changes we've talked about, they're not just about fixing today's problems. They're about setting the stage for the next big wave. With AI already starting to change everything about HR, the real question you have to ask is this: are you just patching up an old system, or are you truly building the foundation to be ready for what's coming next?